8 Ways How Kindness Will Ruin Your Life. Welcome to Stoic In Your Life, where we blend timeless Stoic wisdom with the demands of the modern world. Today we're diving into a topic that challenges our conventional views on kindness. 8 Ways How Kindness Will Ruin Your Life. Think about this. You're always the first to lend a helping hand, the shoulder to cry on, the person who never says no. But what if I told you that this very kindness could be detrimental to your well-being? As Seneca wisely observed, he suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. This profound insight speaks volumes about the hidden dangers of unbridled kindness. In today's fast-paced world, being overly kind can lead to burnout, exploitation, and even loss of self-identity. We will explore 8 surprising ways that excessive kindness can backfire, draining your energy, time, and emotional health. From becoming a magnet for toxic relationships to the stress of unmet expectations, the repercussions are far-reaching. But fear not. For every challenge we discuss, I'll provide you with practical, Stoic-inspired strategies to protect your generosity. By the end of this video, you'll have a balanced approach to kindness that enriches your life without compromising your well-being. So, let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Stay tuned, because what you're about to learn could transform not only how you view kindness, but how you live your life. One, you will have too high of hopes for people. Let's delve into the intricate dance between kindness and expectations. Picture this. You've extended a hand of generosity, perhaps helped a friend move or gone out of your way to support a colleague. Yet, when the tables turn and you find yourself in need, they don't reciprocate. It stings, doesn't it? William Shakespeare aptly said, "Expectation is the root of all heartache," and this is a sentiment that resonates deeply within Stoic philosophy. Think about how you're constantly kind, always putting others first and hoping they'll do the same for you. But here's the kicker. People often don't meet these expectations. It's not necessarily because they're unkind or ungrateful. Rather, they're just living their lives, preoccupied with their own struggles and priorities. The Stoics teach us to embrace reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. They urge us to practice kindness for its own sake, without attaching strings of expectation. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "He who receives a benefit with gratitude repays the first installment on his debt." While this may seem to encourage expecting gratitude in return, it's actually a call to us to focus on the virtue of giving itself. The true essence of generosity lies in the act, not in the anticipated response. By giving without expecting anything back, we free ourselves from the chains of disappointment. But let's be honest, achieving true selflessness is no easy feat. Often, even our most altruistic actions come with a silent hope for reciprocity. We yearn for others to acknowledge our efforts, to be there for us when we need them. This subtle expectation can spiral into a cycle of dependency and resentment when our kindness isn't reciprocated. It's a trap that leads to frustration and emotional exhaustion. The Stoics, however, offer a liberating perspective. They remind us that the fault lies not with others but with our own misplaced expectations. People are, after all, just like us, navigating their own challenges and focusing on their own well-being. By realigning our expectations to reflect this reality, we can liberate ourselves from the pangs of disappointment. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic sage, advised, "Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This is a powerful reminder to embrace those around us with genuine kindness, not because we expect something in return, but because it enriches our own lives. When we shift our focus from what we hope to receive to the joy of giving, we cultivate inner peace and acceptance. So how can we apply this Stoic wisdom to our daily lives? Start by reflecting on your motivations for kindness. Are you giving out of a genuine desire to help, or is there an underlying expectation of reciprocity? When you feel disappointed by someone's lack of response, take a step back and remind yourself of the Stoic teachings. Understand that people are acting according to their nature and circumstances, just as you are. Ask yourself this: how can you practice kindness without expecting anything in return? How can you find contentment in the act of giving itself? These open-ended questions invite introspection and help you realign your actions with Stoic principles. They encourage you to embrace a mindset of generosity that is free from the burden of expectation. In doing so, you'll discover a profound sense of freedom. By letting go of unrealistic expectations, you open yourself up to the true joy of kindness. You'll find that your relationships improve, not because others change, but because your perspective shifts. You become more resilient, more at peace, and more accepting of the ebb and flow of human interactions. Remember, kindness isn't about getting something in return. It's about being true to your own values, about enriching your own life through acts of generosity. As Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, wisely noted, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Apply this to kindness, and you'll see that true wealth lies in giving without the weight of expectation. Let kindness flow from you naturally and without reservation. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics. Give freely, expect nothing, and find joy in the act itself. Reflect on your motivations, adjust your expectations, and watch as your life becomes richer and more fulfilling. By doing so, you'll not only avoid the heartache of unmet expectations, but also cultivate a deeper sense of inner tranquility and connection with those around you. So I ask you, how will you let go of your expectations and embrace true kindness today? How will you transform your acts of generosity into sources of personal joy and inner peace? Let these questions guide you on your Stoic journey, leading you to a life of greater fulfillment and serenity. 2. People will only expect you to give them something. When you delve deeper into the depths of kindness, you may uncover a paradoxical truth. Generosity, if unchecked, can indeed lead to the ruin of your life. While the philosophy of Stoicism celebrates virtuous action and rational living, it also cautions against the pitfalls of excessive giving. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." But what happens when goodness is misconstrued and generosity becomes a gateway to personal turmoil? Consider the delicate balance between selflessness and self-preservation. The Stoics teach us that true value emerges from virtuous and rational actions, not merely from meeting the desires of others. This philosophy underscores the importance of maintaining control over our choices and protecting our mental well-being. In our habitual lives, we construct comfort zones which can be beneficial or detrimental. When generosity becomes indiscriminate, it fosters dependency and sets an expectation. If you consistently assume the role of the giver, those you help will come to expect it as the norm, settling comfortably into their dependency and shirking their responsibilities. Seneca wisely noted, "No man was ever wise by chance." By constantly giving without discretion, you inadvertently relieve others of their duties, creating an imbalance that can erode your own well-being. It's essential to recognize that if you do not prioritize your own needs, others will not do it for you. Those who benefit from your relentless generosity are unlikely to encourage you to take care of yourself, as doing so would disrupt their comfortable existence. This imbalance can lead to burnout and resentment, as you bear the weight of others' burdens while neglecting your own needs. Epictetus reminds us, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." This means exercising discernment in your acts of kindness, ensuring they align with your values and do not compromise your well-being. In modern life, this lesson is particularly relevant. We often find ourselves caught in the whirlwind of responsibilities, striving to meet the expectations of others while neglecting our own needs. The digital age amplifies this challenge, with constant connectivity and social obligations blurring the lines between personal time and generosity. It's crucial to establish boundaries, recognizing that true kindness involves both giving and self-care. By doing so, you uphold your integrity and preserve your energy, allowing you to offer genuine support without compromising your own mental and emotional health. A practical approach to maintaining this balance involves setting clear limits on your time and resources. Learn to say no when necessary, understanding that your well-being is paramount. Cultivate self-awareness and regularly assess your capacity to give, ensuring it does not deplete your reserves. This doesn't mean becoming selfish, but rather practicing enlightened self-interest, where your generosity is sustainable and meaningful. As you navigate this path, remember the words of Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism. Well-being is realized by small steps, but is truly no small thing. Each step you take towards balancing kindness and self-care contributes to a harmonious and fulfilling life. While kindness is a virtue, it must be practiced with wisdom and discernment. The Stoics remind us that indiscriminate generosity can lead to unrealistic expectations and personal ruin. By maintaining control over our choices and prioritizing our well-being, we can offer genuine support to others without sacrificing our own health and happiness. This balanced approach to kindness not only aligns with Stoic principles but also fosters a more sustainable and fulfilling life. So, embrace the wisdom of the Stoics, and remember that true generosity begins with taking care of yourself. 3. Your goals will not be taken into account. As we journey through life, a critical lesson we must learn is that unexamined goals will not be taken into account. Socrates once remarked, "An unexamined life is not worth living," and this ancient wisdom continues to guide us through the complexities of modern existence, urging us to pursue a life rooted in reason and virtue. The Stoics imparted to us the art of living, emphasizing the importance of setting boundaries, prioritizing our duties, and safeguarding our well-being. In our pursuit of balance, we must be cautious not to lose ourselves in the service of others. Imagine the quiet solitude of a weekend spent alone or the calm of a home with no one to greet you. These moments invite deep introspection, yet often we flee from them, seeking solace in endless tasks to avoid confronting our innermost fears. Busying ourselves with a flurry of activities as a means of escape only intensifies the struggle. Ultimately, the confrontation with oneself is inevitable, and neglecting personal needs only deepens our discontent. Self-care is not a luxury. It is the foundation of a healthy life. To extend kindness to others, we must first be kind to ourselves, indulging in simple pleasures that nourish our spirit. You shouldn't give someone a piece of chocolate unless you first savored one yourself. Similarly, you shouldn't offer to clean a friend's house until you've cleaned your own, and enjoyed a relaxing evening with a good movie and a glass of wine. It is in these personal moments of contentment that we find the strength to offer our best selves to the world. The journey to external harmony begins within the sanctum of your own heart and hearth. Consider a modern-day scenario. You're always there for your friends, helping them move, listening to their problems, and being their rock. Yet, when you look at your own life, you realize you haven't taken a day off in months. Your home is cluttered, and you feel mentally and physically exhausted. This endless giving without replenishing your own reserves leaves you drained and unable to truly enjoy life or be fully present for others. It's like trying to pour water from an empty cup. You need to fill your own cup first, by setting aside time for rest, engaging in hobbies you love, and simply allowing yourself to relax and recharge. How often do you find yourself prioritizing everyone else's needs over your own? Have you ever stopped to ask if this is sustainable, or if it truly brings you joy? By neglecting your own well-being, you inadvertently diminish your capacity to be genuinely kind and effective in your support for others. It is only through self-care that you can cultivate the energy and resilience needed to face life's challenges and assist those around you. Think about a day spent doing something you love, like hiking in nature, reading a good book, or cooking a delicious meal. These activities not only rejuvenate your spirit, but also equip you with the positive energy to be a better friend, partner, or family member. Now let's delve into an open-ended question. How can you integrate moments of self-care into your daily routine without feeling guilty or selfish? Reflecting on this can help you understand the significance of balancing self-care with your acts of kindness towards others. It is essential to realize that by caring for yourself, you are not neglecting others. Instead, you are fortifying your ability to be a more compassionate and effective presence in their lives. Remember, the essence of kindness begins with how we treat ourselves. The lessons of Stoicism remind us that a well-examined life, one where personal goals and self-care are prioritized, is crucial for achieving true balance and harmony. As you navigate your daily life, consider the small, meaningful actions you can take to nourish your spirit. Whether it's taking a walk in the park, enjoying a quiet cup of coffee in the morning, or setting aside time to meditate, these moments of introspection and joy are vital. Let us remember that the journey to external harmony and effective kindness towards others begins within. By prioritizing our own well-being, we not only improve our own lives but also enhance our capacity to support and uplift those around us. This balance is the cornerstone of a fulfilling and examined life. So, ask yourself today, what small act of self-care can I incorporate into my routine, and how will it enhance my ability to be kind to others? By addressing this, you are taking a significant step towards a life of balance, harmony, and true kindness. 4. On personal strength and boundaries. In the realm of Stoicism, we learn the vital importance of inner strength and self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This principle encourages us to cultivate personal strength by setting clear boundaries and practicing unwavering self-discipline. It's not about constructing impenetrable walls, but rather about reinforcing the gates of our willpower and determination. When you stand resolute in your beliefs and duties, you naturally command respect rather than eliciting pity. Picture a craftsman who achieves mastery through focused effort and well-defined boundaries. In the same way, by delineating your personal limits, you become the architect of your own respect. Neglecting these boundaries can unintentionally signal weakness, similar to someone who perpetually surrenders to the demands of their superiors. This can lead to others offloading their burdens onto you, mistaking your kindness for submission. However, the moment you firmly assert a no, you ignite a newfound respect in their eyes. Now let's delve deeper into the broader implications of kindness and how it can, paradoxically, ruin your life, if not tempered with wisdom. Seneca once said, "A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer." While kindness is often lauded as a virtue, it is essential to understand its potential pitfalls when it is not balanced with self-respect and clear boundaries. Are you giving out of genuine generosity, or are you seeking approval and avoiding conflict? This distinction is crucial because misplaced kindness can lead to burnout, resentment, and even exploitation. Consider how, in your desire to be kind, you might overcommit yourself, saying yes to every request, and thereby spreading yourself too thin. This not only diminishes the quality of your contributions, but also erodes your own well-being. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the demands of others, feeling as though you have no time left for yourself? This is a common consequence of unchecked kindness. Reflect on how setting boundaries can serve as an act of kindness towards yourself, preserving your energy and ensuring that your generosity is sustainable. Furthermore, kindness without discernment can attract those who seek to take advantage of your good nature. Epictetus wisely noted, Whoever is going to listen to you will listen even if you speak late, and whoever is not going to listen will not listen even if you speak first. In other words, not everyone is deserving of your kindness, and it's important to recognize those who respect and appreciate it versus those who exploit it. Have you ever felt taken for granted, as though your kindness is expected rather than appreciated? By being discerning in your kindness, you protect yourself from such exploitation and ensure that your efforts are genuinely valued. Additionally, excessive kindness can blur the lines between empathy and self-sacrifice. While empathy allows us to connect with others and understand their struggles, self-sacrifice can lead to neglecting our own needs and priorities. Have you ever found yourself prioritizing others to the point where your own needs are consistently sidelined? This imbalance can lead to feelings of frustration and depletion, ultimately undermining your ability to help others effectively. By maintaining a balance between empathy and self-care, you ensure that your kindness is both genuine and sustainable. Moreover, practicing kindness should not come at the cost of your own integrity and values. Socrates asserted, "The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be." This means that our kindness must align with our true selves and not be a facade to gain social acceptance. Have you ever acted kindly just to fit in or be liked, even when it went against your own principles? This dissonance can create internal conflict and diminish your self-esteem. True kindness emanates from a place of authenticity and aligns with our core values. In a world that often equates kindness with weakness, it's crucial to remember that setting boundaries and asserting your needs is not selfish, but a form of self-respect. It ensures that your kindness is not exploited and that you maintain your own well-being. By doing so, you embody the Stoic principle of inner strength and fortitude. How do you currently balance kindness with self-respect in your life? Reflecting on this question can help you identify areas where you may need to establish firmer boundaries or practice more self-care. 5. On selective assistance and genuine relationships. Imagine a world where your kindness is not just a virtue, but a strategy, a double-edged sword that shapes your relationships and defines your journey. We unravel a paradox within Stoic philosophy that reveals how kindness, when misapplied, can lead to unforeseen consequences. As we delve into the intricacies of selective assistance and genuine relationships, let's heed the wisdom of Seneca, who reminds us, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Stoicism isn't merely about endurance, it's also about discernment. This ancient philosophy teaches us to apply wisdom in our associations, distinguishing between those seeking genuine camaraderie and those with self-serving motives. In our modern lives, we often encounter fair-weather friends, those who flock to us in times of need but disappear when the skies clear. This realization, while logical, should not be misconstrued as a license for exploitation or for closing our hearts to others. Instead, it's about conserving your energy for what truly matters and investing in relationships that are reciprocal and nurturing. Reflect on your daily interactions. How many colleagues have extended an invitation for a casual coffee or a beer without any underlying agenda? This scarcity highlights the importance of discernment in forming genuine connections. As Seneca wisely counseled, associate with people who are likely to improve you. This principle underscores the Stoic belief in the value of mutually beneficial relationships, where both parties contribute to each other's growth and well-being. To safeguard your generosity from being misused, arm yourself with the strategies of selective assistance. It's essential to be kind, yet discerning. This means offering help where it is truly needed and deserved, and not where it is merely convenient for the recipient. By doing so, you preserve your energy and resources for those who will appreciate and reciprocate your efforts, thereby fostering stronger, more meaningful relationships. In our contemporary society, the pressure to be universally kind and agreeable is immense, often leading to burnout and resentment. Marcus Aurelius, another revered Stoic philosopher, once said, The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By applying this wisdom, we can reframe our approach to kindness, ensuring it aligns with our values and promotes our well-being rather than depleting it. The essence of Stoic kindness lies in its authenticity and intentionality. It is not about grand gestures or superficial niceties, but about genuine acts of compassion that stem from a place of inner strength and clarity. This approach not only protects you from being taken advantage of, but also enhances your ability to positively impact those around you. Furthermore, the Stoic practice of kindness should be seen as a journey rather than a destination. It involves continuous self-reflection and adjustment, ensuring that your actions remain true to your principles. As Epictetus advised, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This introspective approach helps you stay grounded and focused, making it easier to navigate the complexities of human relationships. In practical terms, this means setting clear boundaries and communicating your intentions openly. It's about being honest with yourself and others about what you can offer and what you expect in return. This transparency fosters trust and respect, which are the cornerstones of any healthy relationship. Moreover, in the digital age, where connections are often fleeting and superficial, the Stoic approach to kindness and relationships is more relevant than ever. It reminds us to seek depth over breadth, to cultivate a few meaningful relationships rather than many shallow ones. By doing so, we create a support system that is robust and reliable, capable of weathering the storms of life. As you navigate your own path, remember that true kindness is a balance of heart and mind. It requires you to be both compassionate and discerning, generous yet prudent. By embracing this balanced approach, you not only protect yourself from the potential pitfalls of misplaced kindness, but also enhance the quality of your relationships and ultimately, your life. The Stoic philosophy offers profound insights into the nature of kindness in relationships. It teaches us that true kindness is not about indiscriminate giving, but about thoughtful, intentional acts of compassion. By associating with those who uplift and improve us, and by being selective in our assistance, we preserve our energy and cultivate genuine, nurturing connections. As you apply these principles, remember the words of Seneca: associate with people who are likely to improve you. Let this wisdom guide your interactions, ensuring that your kindness serves both you and those around you in the most meaningful way possible. 6. You'll only get people who want something and never those who want to give. Have you ever felt like you're surrounded by people who just take and never give back? This is a common experience, and it's worth understanding why it happens and how to navigate it. Think about the energy you project into the world. If you're radiating a low-frequency signal, perhaps you're feeling down, stressed, or overwhelmed, it's like a magnet for negative people. These individuals often have their own inner turmoil, and, unfortunately, they can sense and gravitate towards others in similar states. It's as if your lowest moments attract the very energies that can pull you further into despair. On the flip side, when you emit high-frequency vibrations filled with positivity and hope, you attract those who are also brimming with positive energy. These are the people who uplift you, share in your joys, and match your efforts with their own. They bring light into your life, creating a symbiotic relationship of mutual support and kindness. It's a beautiful exchange, but it can also be challenging. In our eagerness to help others, we often give too much of ourselves, depleting our own energy reserves. This selfless act, while noble, can paradoxically lower our own frequency, making us susceptible to those who take without giving back. Opportunists can lurk in the shadows of our generosity, taking advantage of our kindness. This can leave us feeling drained and unappreciated, wondering where we went wrong. So, how do we navigate this complex web of giving and taking without losing ourselves in the process? How do we ensure that our beacon of light doesn't dim but instead shines brightly, attracting those who are willing to share their light with us? Let's take a moment to explore a modern-day story that illustrates this concept. Meet Sarah, a dedicated nurse working tirelessly through the pandemic. She gave her all to her patients, often sacrificing her own well-being. Her energy levels dropped, and she found herself surrounded by colleagues who took advantage of her willingness to help, piling their tasks onto her. Sarah felt drained, unappreciated, and began questioning her own worth. Then, Sarah made a conscious decision to shift her energy. She started setting boundaries, focusing on self-care, and engaging in activities that recharged her spirit. Gradually, she noticed a change. She began attracting colleagues who were equally dedicated and supportive. These new connections brought joy and balance into her life, proving that by raising her own frequency, she could attract positive energy and mutually beneficial relationships. This brings us to an essential point: the importance of maintaining our energy levels. It's crucial to practice self-care, set boundaries, and surround ourselves with people who respect and uplift us. By doing so, we can continue to give without feeling depleted. Think about your own life. Are there times when you felt taken advantage of because of your kindness? How did it make you feel, and what steps did you take to change that situation? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else facing similar challenges. In essence, kindness should not be a one-way street. It's about balance and reciprocity. When we understand the dynamics of the energy we project and receive, we can navigate our relationships more effectively. We can ensure that our kindness attracts those who are willing to give as much as they take, creating a harmonious flow of positive energy. Remember, it's okay to be kind, but it's also okay to protect your own well-being. By maintaining a high-frequency vibration and setting healthy boundaries, you can attract the right people into your life. Those who will bring light, share joy, and build you up rather than drain you. Kindness doesn't have to ruin your life. Instead, it can enrich it when balanced with self-care and the right relationships. So let your light shine, but ensure it's fueled by mutual respect and positive energy. Your well-being matters just as much as the kindness you extend to others. If you've made it this far, you're embracing the power of Stoicism. Drop a comment saying, "I choose wisdom," to show you're committed to this enlightening journey. Stay tuned. The journey to true understanding is just beginning. 7. The Stoic virtue of temperance. Temperance is one of the fundamental Stoic virtues, embodying the essence of moderation and self-restraint. Contrary to Oscar Wilde's provocative claim, moderation is a fatal thing. Nothing succeeds like excess. The Stoics would argue that it is precisely this virtue that safeguards us from the pitfalls of overindulgence. Imagine for a moment how the practice of temperance could shape your daily life. The Stoics taught that by controlling our desires and understanding the importance of enough, we can prevent ourselves from falling into the trap of excess, thus avoiding the vices that come with it. This isn't just about saying no to that extra piece of cake or declining another drink. It's about maintaining a balanced relationship with all aspects of life. Have you ever noticed how, when something becomes scarce, our desire for it often grows stronger? This is the crux of addiction. It starts with a simple craving, perhaps an innocent indulgence, but slowly it can become a habit that is hard to break. Think about a time when you may have indulged a bit too much, whether it was food, drink, or even the thrill of gambling. Did you recognize the shift in your behavior? More importantly, did those around you notice it before you did? Their observations come from a place of concern and love, not judgment. Often, our first reaction is to defend ourselves, to deny that there is a problem. But what if we viewed their concern as a lifeline rather than a critique? The Stoics would urge us to embrace this feedback, using it to steer us back to the path of virtue and balance. Now, let's dive deeper into how this plays out in everyday scenarios. Picture yourself at a social gathering. There's an abundance of food and drink, laughter fills the air, and the night is young, it's easy to lose track of how much you've consumed. The Stoic practice of temperance would advise taking a moment to pause and reflect. Have I had enough? This small act of mindfulness can prevent the slide into overindulgence. It's not about depriving yourself of joy, but rather about enjoying in moderation, maintaining control over your desires. How often do we consider the long-term impact of our short-term pleasures? This is where temperance becomes crucial. By practicing restraint, we safeguard our health, our relationships, and our overall well-being. Remember the words of Epictetus, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Being a master of oneself involves understanding and practicing temperance. It means making conscious choices that align with our values and long-term goals, rather than succumbing to fleeting desires. Think about your daily habits. Are there areas where you could practice more temperance? Perhaps it's in your spending habits, your consumption of media, or even in the way you manage your time. The Stoics believed that by exercising moderation in all things, we can achieve a state of inner peace and contentment. This doesn't mean living a life of austerity, rather it means finding joy in moderation and balance. Let's consider another perspective. When we practice temperance, we are also demonstrating respect for ourselves and others. It shows that we value our well-being and that of those around us. It sets a positive example and fosters an environment of mutual respect and understanding. Have you ever considered how your actions influence those around you? By embodying temperance, you inspire others to do the same. Furthermore, temperance is not just about what we consume, but also about how we respond to emotions and situations. It's about finding the middle ground in our reactions, avoiding extremes, and maintaining a sense of calm and control. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This strength comes from the practice of temperance, from not letting external circumstances dictate our internal state. In modern life, where the pace is often fast and the pressure's high, practicing temperance can be a revolutionary act. It allows us to step back, evaluate our choices, and make decisions that contribute to our overall happiness and fulfillment. How can you incorporate more temperance into your daily routine? Maybe it starts with small steps like setting limits on screen time, choosing healthier food options, or taking time each day to reflect on your actions and their impacts. Let's engage in a moment of reflection together. Consider the areas of your life where excess might be creeping in. What small changes can you make to bring more balance? How can you use the insights of those around you to guide your journey towards temperance? By asking these questions, we open ourselves up to growth and improvement, embracing the Stoic virtue of temperance in a meaningful and impactful way. Temperance is more than just a virtue. It's a way of life that fosters self-control, balance, and inner peace. By practicing moderation, we not only enhance our own lives, but also positively influence those around us. So the next time you find yourself at the crossroads of desire and restraint, remember the wisdom of the Stoics and choose the path of temperance. How will you incorporate this virtue into your life today? 8. Confront the paradox of virtue. While Stoicism champions the virtue of kindness, it also warns of the paradoxes that come with it. Stoicism teaches us to pursue righteousness, not for accolades, but for the inherent value of virtuous action. As Seneca once said, "Virtue is nothing else but right reason." The essence of Stoicism lies in aligning our actions with our moral compass, thereby forging an unassailable character that remains steadfast amid the tumult of slander and doubt. However, the world often greets genuine kindness with skepticism. Acts of benevolence, intended to uplift and support, may instead incite suspicion and distrust, leading others to question your motives rather than appreciate your goodwill. This skepticism is not just a reflection of the individuals around you, but a broader commentary on societal distrust. In today's world, where ulterior motives often lurk behind acts of generosity, it's not surprising that true kindness is met with doubt. We must be discerning in our actions and associations, recognizing when to distance ourselves from the insincere. Marcus Aurelius aptly noted, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Thus, to maintain our integrity, we must ensure that our kindness is genuine and devoid of any subterfuge. While this paradox of kindness can be disheartening, it is essential to understand that Stoicism calls for virtue to be practiced for its own sake. The Stoic sage embraces the challenge, knowing that the value of their actions lies in the intention and not the reception. This principle is crucial in modern life, where the quest for authenticity is often thwarted by the prevalence of superficiality. To navigate this, one must adopt a mindset of resilience and discernment, remaining true to oneself while being cautious of the motivations of others. Imagine offering a helping hand only to be met with a wary glance. This scenario, though common, should not deter us from our path of righteousness. Instead, it should strengthen our resolve to act rightly regardless of external validation. Epictetus reminds us, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." By embodying Stoic principles, we focus on our internal virtues rather than external rewards, thus preserving our peace of mind. In practical terms, this means practicing kindness with the understanding that not everyone will appreciate it. Instead of seeking gratitude or recognition, let the act of being kind be its own reward. This mindset shift allows us to continue performing good deeds without becoming disillusioned by the reactions of others. It also protects us from the emotional turmoil that often accompanies unreciprocated kindness. Modern life is rife with opportunities to practice this Stoic virtue. From professional settings where corporate politics may cloud genuine acts of support, to personal relationships where past betrayals may taint present intentions, maintaining a Stoic approach to kindness ensures that our actions remain pure and our spirits untroubled. By adopting this philosophy, we not only enhance our own resilience but also inspire those around us to look beyond the cynicism that often taints human interactions. While the paradox of kindness can present significant challenges, it also offers a profound opportunity for personal growth and the cultivation of virtue. As we navigate through life's complexities, let us remember the words of Epictetus, "He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at." By embracing the Stoic virtues of righteousness and resilience, we can transform potential pitfalls into stepping stones towards a more fulfilled and virtuous life. In this way, we not only remain true to our moral compass, but also contribute to a world where genuine kindness is recognized and valued for its true worth. Today's society is often characterized by a veneer of politeness that masks a deep-seated distrust. In such an environment, practicing true kindness becomes both a challenge and a necessity. The workplace, with its competitive nature, often sees acts of kindness being misconstrued as strategic moves rather than genuine goodwill. Similarly, in personal relationships, past experiences can lead to a defensive outlook where kindness is viewed with suspicion. Yet it is precisely in these contexts that Stoic wisdom proves invaluable. By adhering to our moral principles and practicing kindness without expectation, we can rise above the fray and lead by example. This approach not only enriches our own lives, but also sets a precedent for others to follow, gradually fostering a culture of genuine kindness and mutual respect. So as you move through your day, remember to act with integrity and let your kindness shine through, regardless of how it is perceived. In doing so, you not only stay true to the Stoic ideal, but also contribute to a more virtuous and understanding world. Let the paradox of kindness be a testament to your unwavering commitment to doing good, echoing the timeless wisdom of Stoicism in every action you take. Now let's explore how you can prevent others from taking advantage of you, a guide to kindly setting boundaries. Strategy 1. Embrace self-awareness. Have you ever considered that kindness might be ruining your life? In a world that often praises selflessness, it's crucial to recognize that an unbalanced approach to kindness can lead to unintended consequences. Let's delve into the first strategy. Embrace self-awareness. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This profound statement encourages us to focus on our internal state and understand the true nature of our suffering. Self-awareness is a cornerstone of Stoicism, guiding us to reflect deeply on our emotions and actions. When you consistently feel drained or resentful after acts of kindness, it's a clear signal from your psyche to reassess your approach. True kindness starts with being kind to yourself. The Stoics teach that we must maintain a balance between our well-being and our desire to help others. Overextending yourself in the name of kindness can lead to burnout and resentment, which ultimately benefits no one. Instead, prioritize your well-being by recognizing when you need to take a step back and recalibrate your efforts. This doesn't mean abandoning kindness altogether, but finding a sustainable way to incorporate it into your life. Think of it as maintaining a garden. If you constantly give away all your water to others, your own garden will wither and die. By ensuring your needs are met first, you cultivate a thriving garden that can produce enough to share with others without depleting your resources. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic giant, reminds us, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This teaches us that obstacles in our path, such as feeling overburdened, can become opportunities for growth and reevaluation. In modern life, where demands and distractions are constant, it's easy to lose sight of our limits. Practicing self-awareness allows us to navigate these challenges more effectively, ensuring that our acts of kindness are genuine and not forced or resentful. By paying attention to our emotional responses, we can better understand when our kindness is becoming detrimental to our well-being and take proactive steps to address it. Remember, kindness should never come at the expense of your health and happiness. It's about finding a harmonious balance where you can be generous without sacrificing your own needs. As Epictetus wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." To truly master yourself, you must listen to your inner signals and act accordingly. Embracing self-awareness is not a one-time act but a continual practice that keeps you aligned with your true self, ensuring that your kindness remains a positive force in your life. Strategy 2. The power of no. Marcus Aurelius once said, "It's not what happens to you but how you react that matters." This timeless wisdom emphasizes the importance of our responses over the events themselves. One of the most powerful tools at your disposal is the ability to say no. Despite its simplicity, this small word can be your greatest ally in protecting your well-being. By learning to say no, you guard your time and energy, allowing yourself to focus on what truly matters. Remember, saying no doesn't make you unkind or selfish. It signifies your self-respect and understanding of your own limits. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, would encourage you to say no with conviction and without guilt. This practice can be particularly challenging in a world that often equates busyness with success. However, overcommitting leads to burnout, and you end up spreading yourself too thin, unable to give your best to anything. This is not just about managing your schedule. It's about preserving your mental and emotional health. When you overcommit, you invite stress and pessimism into your life, making it harder to maintain a positive and proactive mindset. Consider this. You're constantly bombarded with requests at work, invitations to social events, and various other obligations. It's easy to feel obligated to say yes to everything, fearing that saying no might disappoint others or make you seem unreliable. However, this mindset often leads to a chaotic, overburdened life. Picture a modern professional named Alex, who is always saying yes to every project and social event. Alex believes that this will prove his dedication and reliability. However, over time, Alex becomes exhausted, less productive, and starts to resent the very activities he once enjoyed. His relationships and work quality begin to suffer because he can't give his full attention and energy to any one thing. By contrast, when you learn to say no strategically, you free yourself to focus on what is most important to you. This doesn't mean you should refuse every request, but rather that you should be selective and mindful about where you direct your efforts. This way, you can invest more deeply in fewer commitments, bringing your best self to each one. How do you feel when you say yes to something you really want to decline? Reflect on the consequences of overcommitting and how it affects your life. Does it bring you closer to your goals, or does it scatter your efforts? Asking yourself these questions can help you recognize the value of saying no. It's a skill that requires practice, but the benefits are profound. You'll find yourself with more time and energy to dedicate to the things that truly matter, and you'll likely experience a greater sense of fulfillment and balance. To sum up, the power of no is not just about refusal, but about prioritizing your well-being and respecting your own limits. It allows you to focus on what matters most, bringing clarity and balance to your life. Embrace this strength as a vital component of your self-care routine. Remember, by saying no to others, you're saying yes to yourself and your most important priorities. This is not an act of selfishness, but of wisdom and self-respect. Take this lesson to heart, and you'll find that the quality of your life improves significantly. Strategy 3. Honor your personal time. And now let's dive deeper into this topic. Let's unravel the essence of why honoring your personal time is crucial and how it intertwines with the principles of Stoicism to help you lead a balanced, fulfilling life. Think of a place within your day that belongs solely to you. This is not just a time slot on your calendar. It's your sanctuary, a space where you can recharge, reflect, and reconnect with yourself. Epictetus, a revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." This freedom, in its truest form, is the liberty to allocate time for yourself, away from the chaos of daily demands. By doing so, you honor your well-being and nurture your inner peace, which is essential for maintaining the stoic calm in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Think about your morning jog, or that quiet evening with a book. These aren't just routine activities. They are deliberate acts of self-care that build your resilience and fortify your mental and physical health. In these moments, you step away from the noise of the world and immerse yourself in a practice that grounds you. It's here that you find clarity and strength, preparing you to tackle whatever comes your way with a composed mind and a steady heart. Now let's consider the requests and demands on your time that inevitably clash with these sacred moments. How often do you find yourself saying yes to others at the expense of your own needs? This is where the practice of a kind but firm no becomes vital. It's not about being selfish. It's about recognizing that your well-being is paramount. By protecting your personal time, you ensure that you can show up as your best self for others when it truly matters. Reflect on Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your mind and body are your domains, and you have the power to choose how you spend your time. When you prioritize your self-care, you are exercising this power. It's a conscious decision to invest in your health, happiness, and overall quality of life. Ask yourself this: how do you feel after you honor your personal time versus when you neglect it? The difference is profound. When you give yourself the gift of these moments, you return to your responsibilities refreshed and more capable. You become more patient, more focused, and more resilient. Conversely, when you disregard your need for self-care, you may find yourself overwhelmed, irritable, and less effective in your endeavors. Let's delve deeper into the practicalities. How can you protect this personal time? Start by identifying what activities genuinely rejuvenate you. Is it a morning run, meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence. Once you've identified these, schedule them as non-negotiable appointments with yourself. Communicate your boundaries to those around you. Explain that this time is essential for your well-being, and stick to it. Remember the words of Seneca, another Stoic sage. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Time is our most valuable resource. When you honor your personal time, you are making a profound statement about your values and priorities. You are saying that your health, happiness, and peace of mind are worth protecting. Consider the ripple effect of this practice. By modeling the importance of self-care, you encourage others to do the same. Your actions speak louder than words, and by showing that you value your personal time, you inspire those around you to honor theirs. This creates a culture of respect and understanding, where everyone is empowered to take care of themselves. I invite you to reflect. What are the sacred moments in your day that you need to protect? How can you start today to honor your personal time more fiercely? As you ponder these questions, remember that this practice is a journey. It requires mindfulness, commitment, and a deep understanding of your worth. Honoring your personal time is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. It is a practice rooted in the Stoic philosophy that teaches us the importance of inner freedom and resilience. By fiercely protecting these moments, you invest in your well-being, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. So, embrace this practice wholeheartedly and watch how it transforms your life for the better. Strategy 4. Discern and distance from energy drains. Imagine embarking on a journey where every step you take, you are burdened by invisible weights, sapping your strength and clouding your vision. This isn't a dramatic metaphor, but a stark reality many of us face daily, often without even realizing it. Aristotle once wisely remarked, "Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom." This timeless insight holds a mirror to our modern lives, urging us to reflect on the subtle yet potent drains on our energy and well-being. In our quest for a balanced and fulfilling life, it is crucial to discern and distance ourselves from energy drains. These drains often manifest as individuals or situations that perpetually demand our emotional and mental resources without offering any reciprocal benefit. Engaging with such perpetual pessimists is not a testament to our endurance, but a misallocation of our precious energy. As Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, emphasized, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Surrounding ourselves with negative influences inevitably colors our thoughts and diminishes our inner peace. By identifying and distancing ourselves from these energy drains, we reclaim our mental and emotional space, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. A garden where each plant competes for sunlight, water, and nutrients. If invasive weeds are not removed, they choke the life out of the more valuable plants, stunting their growth and potential. Our lives are akin to this garden. We must be diligent gardeners, constantly assessing and pruning those elements that do not contribute to our growth and well-being. This is not an act of selfishness, but of self-preservation and wisdom. As Seneca noted, associate with people who are likely to improve you. By aligning ourselves with positive, supportive individuals, we cultivate a thriving environment for our personal and professional growth. In today's fast-paced world, we are bombarded with information and interactions that demand our attention. Social media, news cycles, and even our social circles can often become sources of relentless negativity and distraction. It is here that Stoicism offers a guiding light. The Stoic practice of voluntary discomfort can be applied by consciously choosing to limit our exposure to these energy drains. This doesn't mean isolating ourselves, but rather being selective about where and with whom we invest our time and energy. As Epictetus advised, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. By discerning and distancing ourselves from energy drains, we not only protect our mental and emotional health, but also create space for more meaningful and enriching experiences. This strategic withdrawal is an act of courage and clarity, enabling us to lead more purposeful lives. In doing so, we honor the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature, where balance and harmony are paramount. Embrace this wisdom and you will find yourself lighter, more focused, and infinitely more fulfilled. In conclusion, recognize that your energy is a finite resource. Spend it wisely, for it is the fuel that powers your journey through life. Reflect on Aristotle's profound insight and take a step towards a more deliberate, conscious existence. Your life, like the garden, will flourish when you nurture it with care and protect it from those who drain its vitality. As we conclude today's exploration of how kindness can transform your life through the lens of Stoicism, let us commit to integrating the golden mean into our daily routines. Stoic wisdom is not just something to ponder but to practice. It is in the balance of enough that we discover our peace and maintain our well-being. Remember, the middle path keeps us from the extremes of self-neglect and self-sacrifice. Take a moment to reflect on how you can incorporate this sense of balance in your acts of kindness. I encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Together, we can cultivate a community dedicated to growth and mutual support. If you have found value in our journey today, please like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more insights into living with virtue and resilience. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. Additionally, share this video with friends and family who might benefit from a Stoic perspective on generosity. Your engagement plays a crucial role in spreading the profound lessons of Stoicism to those navigating the complexities of modern life. Until next time, may you walk the Stoic path with wisdom and courage.